So I'm from Iowa, right? So a lot of people would say I was born in a barn. No, I was born in a hospital. Yes. And then I realized how much sayings actually come from Iowa. So your barn door is open. Well, the thing about that and growing up in a really small town is that you think that things are widely known everywhere, but then you realize it's just in Iowa. Like moving to New York City and trying to tell somebody that their barn door is open, they will look at you like you do not exist. I mean, come on now. Barn door is open. That means that your fly is undone. That means that your needle is coming out your haystack. So Iowa's slogan is "Don't meth with Iowa," because we don't have a lot to do there. So people just like meth around with their meth labs, and that's pretty much all I know about Iowa. Even though I grew up there and I've lived there for 19 years before I moved, before I broke free. Um, I spent a lot of my childhood babysitting all of my parents' friends. This consisted of hiding in the basement from tornadoes during the summer. This consisted of making lots of mac and cheese, watching lots of TV, but mostly just digging through the trash. And let me explain that. Because when you're babysitting at someone else's house and you are not comfortable in their house and they tell you that you can eat whatever you want, you kind of are like, this is free game. Growing up with two siblings and parents who would hide the pizza under the ground beef and everything else in the bottom of the deep freeze, you went to someone who had Oreos, went to someone's house who had Oreos in the cookie jar, and you're like, wait, what? This changes everything. I want to babysit more, like every day. So I just went through this whole phase where I would babysit and then I would be like trying to occupy the kids so I could go sneak off to the kitchen to eat Oreos and like dig in the fridge and like eat a lot of you know, popsicles, just anything I could really get my hands on, something that was like prepackaged and thrown away, not like ice cream in the tub where they could tell how much you ate out of it, but like eat one popsicle and bring all the rest to the front so it looks like you didn't eat 5 popsicles. And then, most importantly, you have to learn how to get rid of your evidence. So what you do with that is you put it in the bottom of the trash, and if there's no trash, you want to find a trash can that has trash in it because you really got to be good at hiding and covering up after the things that you eat. And then feel like shit for later. And hope that they never find out. And then in the back of your mind, you're like, they know that you like to binge on this junk food. They know, and they don't care. But to you, it's like, oh my god, am I gonna get caught? And like every time you see them, you're like, do they know what I ate like this time? Another thing I used to do, spend, my teenage years doing in the summer is picking rock. And a lot of people don't understand what that is. It's not like you're walking down the street and you find a pretty rock and you're like, ooh, I'm gonna go sell this, or this is my pet, or I'm gonna take this home and like decorate my garden. No, this is where you are walking, like this is like child labor laws, like need to go into effect. In Iowa, they pay you like, I have no idea, it must be like $2.50 an hour by the end of the summer is up. Because the paychecks are like $700 for a whole summer, but you work like almost every day for like 2.5, 3 months, unless it's raining. You pick rock in a field, like beans, corn, fields. You walk behind a tractor pulling a wagon, and you literally walk down rows of corn and look for like rocks bigger than your fist or your heart they would tell you to pick up, and then you just throw it on the wagon. Like it ain't nobody's business. And doing this for like at least like 4 summers, and I mean that paycheck meant everything to me. I had money, but then I would waste it, and I would come home like dirt, like clogged in my ears, in my nose, like in the crevices of my eyes, just like dirt everywhere. Never felt more butch and straight, especially because my this guy that I went to school with would also, I picked her up for his family at one point, and like we became really close friends. But like he knew me as a straight man, and he would always talk to me, and like be talking about girls and stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, 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 yeah. But then I would like just sing the whole time, like R. Kelly, like Ignition, and we'd be driving around in these little like tractor, like little car thingies with the 4 wheels, and like you're driving through like with your sunglasses, and I'm like, ignition, like put the keys in ignition. I'm like looking out, and I see like, oh, there's a rock, woo, we like fly by it. I'm like, oh no, I didn't see that. So the whole purpose of that, picking a rock, is so that the rocks don't get caught in the combine equipment when the farmers are harvesting and then damage the equipment. So yeah, the more you know.